back to the Talks Podcast, where we dive deep into the question that shape our world and our mind. I am Dage, and this is Daph. So today's episode, Daphne and I will be answering some questions that specifically about the Big World movie that we previously watched.
So first, let's have a short summary about the big world so our listeners can keep it up to our topic. So the film highlights the struggles of living with a disability in the world that often overlooks like Changli. Ultimately, Big World is a touching exploration of a family, caregiving, and the power of human connection.
Our first question, how does the Big World depict the concept of a good life? For me, Big World is a really interesting film when it comes to the idea of the good life. Even though the movie doesn't even have a singular definition, but instead it shows us the journey of the two main characters with Chun-Li and his grandmother exploring their own paths. Also, the movie highlights their complexity of what a good life means. Also seeing that for some characters, it's about seeking personal freedom and adventure, while others is about finding connection and stability.
So, additionally, the movie suggests that good life isn't necessarily about wealth or success, but about finding fulfillment, purpose, and a sense of belonging. Even things don't always go according to the plan, it plays with the idea that life itself is messy and unpredictable, but that can be part of what makes meaningful. So let's proceed to the next question. So which philosopher's perspective on the good life do you think is reflected in a big world? Could you provide some examples from film that supports your answer?
For me, I would say the film aligns most closely with Aristotle's concept of the good life, especially his idea of eudaimonia or flourishing. Aristotle believed that a good life is about living in accordance with virtue, making choices that promotes one's well-being, and finding a balance between different aspects of life. In Big World, you can see these two characters struggles to find balance between their personal desires, duties, relationship, and responsibilities.
So for example, one character might initially pursue a part of hedonistic pleasure but eventually realize that the emptiness they feel comes from the lack of deeper, more meaningful connection with others. So this shift reflects Aristotle's notion of living a life of virtue and finding happiness not through temporary pleasure but through long-term fulfillment and self-actualization. So let's proceed to the next question. What does a good life mean to you personally, and which philosopher's viewpoint aligns with your definition of a good life and why?
Great question. Personally, I think a good life involves a balance between personal growth, meaningful relationships, and contributing to something larger than yourself, whether it's your community, work, or the world at large. For me, the philosopher that resonates with this perspective is actually the existentialist by Jean-Paul Sartre. He emphasizes that we create our own meaning in life. How about you, Daph?
So for me, a good life means learning, growth, and meaningful connection. Aristotle's eudaimonia aligns with this, as he saw true happiness in knowledge, virtue, and self-improvement. Before we wrap up, we have final thoughts on Big World and its exploration of a good life.
Big World journey serves as the reminder that we all have the power to choose our paths and define our own happiness, just like Aristotle's eudaimonia or Sartre's existential freedom. So in the end, the good life is not something given to us, but something we create through our actions, relationships, and self-reflection.
So to our listeners today, I hope today's episode has sparked some reflection on your own idea of the good life. So don't forget to subscribe, share, and like, and click the notification bell. So let us know your thoughts on Big Worlds, which philosopher's idea and resonate most with you. Until next time, keep reflecting
Bye-bye.
and keep seeking. Bye!